We have a remarkably well-informed audience here, and we have a question that we have not had this legislative session. It's a question from a viewer in Nicollet who wants to know whether or not the legislature has a role in addressing the use of antibiotics in livestock. We have some people here experienced in agriculture who could maybe address that issue. Should I look to you first, Senator Coonan? Maybe you could talk a little bit about that issue. It's been in the news some because, for example, I think McDonald's has made an announcement about moving away from antibiotics in chickens. But it's a complicated topic, and I'm picking on you, Senator Coonan, to maybe educate our viewers a little bit about that.
Well, first of all, let me start by saying I'm not an expert in this area, but I will make a few comments. There are some companies that are saying they're not going to use food products that have been raised with antibiotics, and that's a volunteer choice. They have, of course, have to track all of that and be able to show that, be able to have a track record that goes backwards to show where if it's chickens or whatever it was raised, and be able to prove that that's the case. But there is some of that going on voluntarily. Now, as far as the regulation on how antibiotic is used, of course, there's the labeling, which has to be followed, and I believe that's more of a federal issue. I just haven't seen much of that in the Ag Committee here. So I think that's more of a federal issue, and so I guess at this point that's all I'm going to be able to say about that.
Representative Anderson?
No, I agree that this is a federal issue with the FDA, the drugs, and I think what the listener is talking about are these low-level antibiotics that are routinely put into animal feeds. And
I'll point out I've had a bill to stop that several times,
but
with no success.
Yeah, I think there's trade-offs, that there's advantages, obviously, to doing it that way as far as faster weight gains, things like that, and to cheaper rates of gain. So I think this is a consumer preference issue, that if they want to pay for the organic type products, that's the consumer's choice. But I think there will be a cost difference, a higher cost, if we move to an antibiotic-free supply such as that.
The high cost that we're paying right now is the development of antibiotic resistance, and the fact that antibiotics that used to routinely work in humans don't work because of the development of resistant strains. And it's very good evidence about why that's related to the excess use of antibiotics in agriculture. And there's no one wants to stop it for the treatment of a sick animal. It's a question of the routine using it as a food ingredient that's a problem. And I'm not a farmer, but I claim expertise in this because my graduate work was all done using antibiotic-resistant bacteria. So.
Interesting.
Well, I think, the reality of it is that some people want to stop that here in Minnesota, and yet it is extremely difficult to try and do this simply on a state basis. The regulation has been on a national basis, and I think the discussion has to continue to be on a national basis. You cannot make the state of Minnesota an outlier and an island unto itself here with that type of legislation, and just create serious problems for the livestock industry in the state in so doing. And I think there certainly is more that is needed in terms of some of the research and development as it relates to the issue.